So like, did someone either side get like comfortable? Like after women been married, like does one side settle down, or did you find yourself like more like content? Like this is end game right here. I'm married. This is life. Like,
are you asking me? No,
both
I
of you
was
guys.
like, when it shit with me. You know what? It was I got married way faster than she did. We moved in a month in.
Oh, how long did you know him before you moved in?
Like a month.
Also, you moved in. Oh, okay.
Like I had met him. This was my sister's husband's military buddy, and he was just like, you need somebody like him to kind of like check me. You know what I mean? Because he was just very
out.
Keep you in
He's
check.
very, and I was like, you know what, okay. Let's do this.
Cool.
Fuck it. And I found him mildly attractive.
Like he qualified basically.
He qualified, but it was mainly because he was a Marine and he was tough. I love that shit.
Yeah,
you know
he showed he was tough enough to provide security.
Because
he
was shorter.
He
was shorter than me.
Okay.
Like, I'm 5'7", he's 6'6", so imagine me in fucking heels. I was a beast. Like, Amazon woman. He's like, I'm going to conquer you, type
Beautiful,
shit.
though.
You know what I mean? So he was all about that shit. He was like, wear your fucking heels all the time type shit, He was very just straight to he's like, this is how it is and blah, blah, blah. Very, how do you say, just very Mexican. He, he had an
traditional.
Super, and I was like, all right, I'm traditional and Americanized at the same time. So I'm always going to take care of him, when it comes to, food.
Yeah, the house,
he's going to be fed, all that shit. Yeah, I take care of all that stuff. Yeah. And a month in, we were just like, hell yeah, and he was with it. He was cool. And we a year and a half later, we got married because he was supposed to take on a duty overseas. And that was the only way he could bring me on. And I honestly, I think about it now.
Were you hesitating? Like, should I?
Super hesitant.
Okay.
Like it was.
So what would you guys recommend for women that are hesitating? Like, should they still do it?
Don't fucking do it.
If that feeling ever pops up, just don't do it.
Don't
take your time.
Don't do it. Take your time. Really consider all factors.
Let him go and come back.
Yeah.
If you guys are meant to be, you guys will link up again.
And what's enticing to me was the fact that he was going to go overseas.
Right.
Where are we going to live? He didn't know where he was going to go. And I just thought like, oh shit, I could travel the world.
And sorry, because a lot of girls, including me, being young, like seeing the world, we can't afford to do it on our own. But we link up with the dude who can show us the world. We're ready to go full throttle. Like, let's travel the world.
Provide security and give you experience.
But not knowing what we're up against, you know what I'm saying, until we get there. And now we're at their disposal, whether we're going to be what they want overseas or they're going to fucking send us back home bruised up
not fully knowing what you're
and
getting
mentally
yourself into.
damaged. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I say don't go.
Don't do it. I mean, I always say this joke, like, it was worth getting my ass beat, because that's what like it boiled down to.
No, but actually, you mean like worth it, like the lesson learned.
Honestly, it was a lesson learned, but I also experienced like our first trip was to go to Liberia. We're in Monrovia. He was a commander for the Marine Security Guard, so he was the embassy, the U.S. embassy.
Okay.
So we went there, and I loved it there. I freaking loved it. Third world country, and I embraced the culture.
All that different.
Like, and it was so dope because they embraced me back, and they were like, "We've never had an American, that would like come to our happy hours. That would come and and come and just like want to like take on the experience." And I was like, dude, I love it. Like, I was so about it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Lebanese people there that own businesses. So we were able to eat good. In the beginning, dude, I lost so much weight because I couldn't eat the food, because it was just, I got so sick one time, the food poisoning.
Takes a while to adjust to
it. So I loved it so much. And he was a boss man. We met the president of of Liberia. We were there when the Ebola struck.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Shit. We were No, it was super so like people don't. Yeah, it was wild, dude. People didn't even. You're already like had to be careful with the malaria. You know, you have to get your shots. You have to take but the pills are making you freaking crazy because when you sleep on those pills, like it was just wild. But it was an experience, and so that's why I'm like, you know what? I don't regret it, to be honest. I know we moved so fast, but what happened is that when we're overseas, he had the opportunity to take advantage of that opportunity to control me, to put hands on me, to mentally, physically abuse, the whole neglect, whatever the hell, because I didn't have the opportunity. Luckily, I was able to get a job there. I got my freaking secret clearance. Like, it was, like, legit. Like, it was cool. I was working for the consular section, you know, and it was so dope because the people were just embracing me, too, because I was so nice and patient with them. And they were so sad when I told them, I was like, hey, I'm not going to be here anymore. You know, we have to go away because of the Ebola situation. But that's, we're already off our term. And they were like, no, we loved you so much. They couldn't even speak English, but we understood, you know, the language, you know. It was super dope. But he took so much advantage of that situation where I was just like, you motherfucker.
Because you're by yourself.
Yes.
You fully dependent on him.
Yeah, exactly. Fully dependent. That is exactly what it was. And it really pissed me off because I was like, you motherfucker. I was like, you know what? You're lucky I'm here, you know, because he wouldn't have done that by himself. You know, he needed a little support system, and I was there for him. You know, I was like, you know what? I got your back.
Because at that point, you didn't have no options. You had to be there. You had to stay there.
I had to.
Feel to be here. You could have left. You could have.
I could have done so many things, but eventually they shipped us off. They shipped us because that's really what it is. The military gang. They shipped us to Bogota in Colombia. We were actually slated to go to Indonesia, which would have been dope because my sister at that time, because she's, again, military with her husband, they were in Japan. So it would have been a 6-hour flight. It was so dope. I already had, like, we could have gone to Bali. You know what I mean? Like, I was so fucking gung-ho about that shit. And no, they ended up shipping us to Colombia. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. That shit was miserable.
Really?
Yes.
You being Hispanic, like, is not...
Exactly.
What made it miserable?
If we were in Cali or Medellin, but we're in Bogota where it's like fucking... The weather's like, how do you say...
Humid and hot?
No, not even close. Like
tropical or...
Oregon weather.
Oh,
like,
I hate that shit.
Fucking, like it's been. Like it's fucking been.
Yeah.
Fucking, here you go. You're all fucking... Slicey wrist.
I told you. Right here firsthand. Everybody's saying it, man. I tell people, man, I cannot do that up north, that fucking Washington, Oregon shit.
Dude, I see the sun come out. I go in the fucking shower. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna fucking go.
I'm telling you.
And then boom, all of a sudden it's flooded. I'm on dig. 15 minutes later, I was so annoyed with that shit. I was super annoyed with that shit.
Suicide weather.
Dude, exactly. I'm telling you, we're doing this shit. We're fucking...
hate cloudy ass shit.
I can't stand it. Straight up. So thank you for understanding. So we get there, and then that's when he really fucking put hands on me. This motherfucker really kicked my ass that time. And then I finally was like, bye, you know? So it was unfortunate for him.
So at this time, like, are you reaching out on phone to family or friends over here at all? Or are you just dealing with it by yourself?
I didn't until the last one. No, I had to keep it under wraps because I wanted my marriage to work.